I'm Charissa, which most of you should probably already know, and I am creating this video for the makeup off battle, which I started for who knows what reason. So the look that I'm going for today is a 50s pin-up look. The first product I'm going to use is a primer. Primer helps fill out pores so that when you put makeup on it looks more even and it'll hopefully last longer as well. So I just apply this with my fingers, just all over my face. Now once that's done, I'm also going to be using an eye primer for my eyes. That again just helps bring out the colours more in eye makeup and helps it last longer. So I just again use my fingers to apply that. So I've just put on my eye primer. The next thing I'm going to do is start with my eyeshadow. I'm just using this e.l.f. brown quad. So I'll be using this big eye brush to put on my base colour, which is just one that's close to my skin colour. And I'll just put that all over my eye. Then I'll be using this angled crease brush. I'll just be using this to put my secondary colour just in the crease of my eye, like so. So, taking this bronzy colour. And then I'll just be taking this smaller brush and using that to apply my accent. So just the darkest colour I have. And then I want to blend all of these well. And then I'll just be taking a really light colour from another palette I have, this one on the end here. I'll just be using that to highlight parts of my eye. So just a dab on the corners of my eye, helps make things pop, and then just under the brow. Now the next thing that I'll be doing is applying my eyeliner. I'll be doing a winged eyeliner. To apply winged liner, what you first do is you want to extend your lower lash line outwards, not too far, but keeping the same curvature. So I'll do that first. You should be able to see that. Then what you do is I go from the center of my eye and then draw a line that connects the two. And now I'm just going to fill in the open area. Okay, and once I'm happy with that, I can just fill in the rest of the upper eyelid. And just slightly line the lower lash line up a little bit. And then repeat on the other eye. Okay, I now have my winged eyeliner on both eyes. So next I'm going to put concealer on to get rid of the dark circles under my eye. This palette is kind of cool. It has 4 things in it, so it has a purple color corrector as well as a green color corrector. Green goes on red to cancel that out, and the purple goes on any dark bits, so like my dark circles. And then it has 2 different color concealers to go over top of the corrector. So I'll start with this purple. And I'm just going to pat it on under my eyes on the darkest bits of the circles. And then I'll blend it out. And then on top, I'm just going to pat some of the lighter concealer. And that removes a lot of the dark circles under my eyes. So I'll do the same on the other side. So I'm actually going to be putting my powder on before I put on my foundation. It's supposed to give a very dewy look to put the powder on first and then the foundation on top. So I'm just going to be especially careful patting this on top of my concealer. Should help set it in. And then I'll just use a powder brush to brush off any loose excess powder. Okay, now I'm going to put on my foundation. And I'll just start in the middle of my face and just blend it into my skin. And now my face has a nice even coverage of foundation. So now I'm going to be adding shade back to my face since I've removed it with my foundation. To start with, I'll be using some bronzer. With this, I'm just going to apply it with a small brush and then blend it in with my blush brush. So I'm just going to put it at the top of my forehead, just to make my forehead look smaller. And then blend that in with a big brush. Okay, so now I'm going to be applying bronzer to my cheekbones. And just blending it in with my big brush. Okay, now I'll just be adding some blush because of the 50s pin-up look. I'm using a really pink blush by Face of Australia. Just adding that to the apple of my cheek and then blending it back slightly. So, lip-wise, I'm going to start with a tint. Now, the lipstick I'm using is fairly long-wearing, but it can rub off as well, and if you're going to a party you don't want to have to reapply, it's always good to put a tint on first, so that when your lipstick rubs off, then you'll still have a nice colour on underneath. It just adds a nice amount of colour to my lips. Okay, so for lipstick, I'm just using Estrellas Velour Lips in red. This is a really nice matte lipstick that stays pretty well. So the last step now is to put on my false eyelashes. So the first thing is putting glue onto the actual lash itself, and then just letting that wait a bit to become tacky. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. And that needs to wait at least 30 seconds to a minute before you can put it on your eye. So, Use to touch it as close to your lash line as possible. And let it set. And then the other side. And then once those are on, just put a bit of mascara over the top. And voila! My look is complete. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you vote for me and go and watch Nellie's video as well.